Hello, my name is Hannah, and today we are building a 1900s renovated colonial mansion, or at least that's what I'm calling it. I'm not exactly sure if that's what it is, but that's what I was going for. It kind of looks like it's an old mansion, but the colonial stuff I think is correct, probably. But when you're watching this, if you're watching it when it comes out or around the time it comes out, I have just finished, or no, wait. At the time, currently I have one more final left. I think I still have one more final left when you see this video. So I'm almost done with my first ever, finals, and that wasn't as horrible as I thought it was, and not as bad as some people make it seem. But I'm also a freshman, and so it was probably the easiest it'll ever get. So I'm okay with that. But I'm very tired of studying because I studied way more than I actually needed to, so you get to hear me talk about finals again. But today, or well, like 2 days ago, I decided that I didn't want to study anymore, and instead I wanted to build a mansion. And I think that's what everyone should do after they finish finals week, is build a mansion, because it is very good for you to just spend 5 hours playing video games when you should be studying for your AP Human Geography exam, because that is what I was not doing while I was building a mansion. I was on the call with my friend, and I built a mansion. So, we're all good. And so now that I only have one more final left and it's not even that hard, I decided that I'm going to do what everyone else obviously does, is talk for 20 minutes. So everyone who is finishing up finals, and I would recommend talking to yourself to a computer and a microphone while watching yourself build something from 3 days ago. It's very good. It's kind of, I like it, so, try it maybe. And again, just like the last video, there are trucks going by. I am very sorry if you cannot hear that. So, it's fine. But, it's finals week is almost over, just one more and an hour and a half of, sitting there, because, I don't think I've explained this yet, but, so for my, English class, we're doing a group project for our final project. That is our final. We're not doing no test or anything. We're just doing a project, and, my section of the group project is, done, because I completed it, very early on, because that's what I do. But we still have to go to the hour and a half of the designated time for finals, even though we're done, or almost done. I think my other group project members are almost done, I think. So I think that we'll just have like a bunch of time to do whatever we want, and that time is probably going to be spent reading, because that's what I've been doing after all of my exams, is just reading. So I guess that's okay. But I had no clue what I'm supposed to do, but I think I only have one more final. But also, I think I've said this before, it's a PE final, and he won't tell us what's on this exam, so it may just be over, like, the sports that we've played in the past semester, or the health-related stuff that we learned in last semester while we're at home. But I have no clue. I'm going to study for about 45 seconds and call it good, because I don't want to stress over a PE final, because I have like a 99 in that class. So, it's not going to do anything to my grade if I don't, get 100% on the grade. So, it's okay. I'm not going to try that hard. So, I could, but I'm not gonna, because I don't think it's necessary. But also, he doesn't answer his emails. So, like, if he wants to say that we should have studied, I will say in my head, because I am too nervous to say it out loud, that he should have answered his emails. Because I'm pretty positive at least 3 of us have asked what's going to be on this exam, and he has said I don't know every single time in class, and hasn't responded to any of the emails. So I guess it's fun. So today I was reminded of this thing we did in the 7th grade. I think it's called Math Counts video. I'm pretty positive literally no one knows what I'm talking about, but I'm going to explain it. So in the 7th grade, I took an extra math class. It wasn't like the same, like, kind of math class like you understand of, but, like, it was just a class that we did, like, more fun math stuff, because I felt like that, and I didn't want to take, what was the drama? What class did I not take because I didn't want to? Oh, I have no clue. But I skipped out on taking one class because I wanted to instead take a another math class. What was that math class called? Oh god. This was 2 years ago, I don't remember. But I took that math class, and in like January, I think, we started this like video. I think. I may have the timing entirely off. If you've done it, please tell me if I was very off on that, because there's a due date and stuff. So I think it was January. We got in these groups, and the first group that I ever had got disbanded about 3 seconds into starting the group project, because it was me and then 3 boys who didn't care at all about what they were doing. 2 of them just refused to participate, and one of them he kind of tried, slightly, maybe. He tried the most out of all of them, but they wouldn't work. So me and the dude that partly worked both went to the teacher and were like, yeah, this is not gonna work. And obviously I complained to my friends about this, because I do that all of the time, because at that time I didn't have a computer to complain to. So, that's really fun. But I complained to my friends, and they were not obviously, but they were in the class too. I'm not going to say their names, but one of them was the friend that I talk about all the time, so it's that friend. But they got me to join their group, but there was an issue with that, because they were in a different math, class. They were in the 7th period? Yeah, the 7th period, the last period of the day class for that, and I was in English at that time. But they still made it work. I still kind of made it work. I just skipped English a bunch to record, and just edited on my own during class all alone. Like, normal people do. Just edit videos on a program called WeVideo. So it wasn't terrible. I think that's kind of what introduced me to, editing, but I absolutely hated it, because I edited most of it myself, so it wasn't great. Because I wouldn't say I'm very good at editing now, and I definitely wasn't good at editing then, because WeVideo it's not a terrible program if you know what you're doing with it. If you know what you're doing with it, then it can be a very good, program. But we had no instruction on how you were supposed to actually use this program, and apparently I had pressed beginner WeVideo, not advanced, because I, hadn't used it before. So I was like, yeah, let's just use the beginner. And that meant you had about 3 options for what you could do with the entire video, and that was it. So the video turned out really terribly, and so, it wasn't terrible, but everyone was confused. We had to show them in class, which was probably the worst part, because I was the only one in my group that was in the class, so any questions were directed at me, and only me, so it was really fun, because you had to, answer this, packet of, what did the problem they solve? Oh, I didn't even explain the concept of this video. So the video, you got a math problem from a math textbook, and you had to make a video, explaining it, and it was supposed to be cool, but it didn't turn out that cool. But you just kind of took a math problem that we kind of went over slightly. You were supposed to know how to, solve part of it, but that one was easy. The one we chose wasn't that hard. But we tried to actually go with what the problem was about, which was about a school meeting and stuff, and who was going to be there with attendance. And we went very literal on what the math problem says for our, theme of the project. I don't think anybody else did, which is probably our issue, is because all of the people were like, what was your math problem? What was your math problem? So that they could fill in the sheet. And I'm like, exactly what happened in the video is exactly what that was the problem. That was what, was the problem that we were dealing with, and I don't think anybody got that. So, it's okay. But also, somebody else chose the same project the same problem as us, and they did so much better, because they didn't do literal. They went I think they did a crayon box one, and it was kind of better. Sorry to my group project mates. It was fine, but also it was a video, so you had to act in it, but obviously I wasn't there most of the time, but they needed another person, so when I would just skip English class, go down into one of the, conference rooms of our school, and we would just, film, and I was in a scene, I think, and, I think I was in 2, but I technically did the same scene in both, because we lost a scene. Because that definitely wasn't our fault, because we definitely didn't lose that and a couple other films. So, it's okay. But I think I'm in the video twice. Don't try and look for it. I have seen it recently when I worked on another Wii video project for my biology class. No, don't. I don't want to remember that at all. That was not fun, and so it was okay. Well, I should also mention that there was this other boy in this group, because it was my 2 friends at the time, and me, and then this one boy, who, he didn't really care. I don't think he cared that he was in this class at all. He just didn't want to take the other class, or he was just like, yep, that class sounds fun, or easier probably. It was probably his reason for taking it. Like, this seems like an easier class. So I guess that's okay. But he did it, at least. My other group members did not relate to that at all. They did not want to even look at the math problem. So, you know, it's okay though, because we got it done. And I don't think we did that badly on it. I don't remember getting like an F on it. Like, I didn't get a lot of bad grades in middle school, so I think I would have cried if I had gotten a bad grade on this stupid video thing. But I don't remember we're getting a bad grade, because it was confusing. But the thing, it was there. It was there, but it wasn't well executed, is probably what I'm trying to say. But, you know, it was okay. But it was also filmed on an iPad, or like some kind of like tablet looking thing from the school. And so we had to like climb on the desks in the conference room to get like the shots of us walking in like the door and sitting down and stuff. So it was wobbly. It was really fun to watch that, and I edited the 5-minute video for way longer than necessary, and it wasn't even that good, because like there was no transitions or effects or literally anything in the entire video. So you could probably imagine how boring that was, because I did not know how to do anything in Wii Video, and there was no tutorials at the time, because like it was like, what, 2017? I don't know if anybody knows who Wii Video is now. So, you know, I could have tried a bit harder to try and figure out why their projects looked better at the time, because I didn't figure out how they did all these like transitions for the other groups, and like how they made theirs look so much better, until like, I don't know, September of this year, when I was like, oh my god, they used advanced and I used beginner. I didn't even think twice about what I was clicking when I was making this video. So, you know, it's okay. Everything will maybe turn out alright. But now I have, you know, this YouTube channel where I edit, you know, twice a week, for like 7 hours a day, which is, yeah, it's not terrible. And then I talk to myself, so technically you couldn't hear me. I don't think I was talking in that portion, but you couldn't hear anybody. I turned up the volume of these people who were talking in these videos, so, you know, which is probably why part of the video is louder than the others, because I turned up the volume of part of the things and no one else did, because I said I did all of it. I think there was about 20 seconds that was done by my friend, I think. Maybe? I don't really remember. I just remember having to do almost all of it and being very upset about that, because that's all I did for the project, was edit. And so when it came to like do like the things at the end where you like say who edited it, who like put it together, and who like acted in it, I was in there like 6 times. No, like 4, because I did all of the editing. So I was just like, yep, I did this, and these people acted in it. Yeah, so that was 7th grade me for you. I was very like, yeah, I did all the work, which I didn't. They did all of the hard talking stuff, because that would have been more difficult for me at the time, because I couldn't even talk to a random person at the time, and I didn't know this, you know, boy, so I would not have expressed any personality in the slightest. I wouldn't do that now either. I don't show personality in front of people I don't know, but that's okay. So that's fine. But it was, yeah, back to like the thing where we showed videos. It took like a week, and we were watching these 5-minute videos from everyone in the class, and there was probably like 6 groups in my like class. And why did it take that long? I guess there was probably more. Because we watched the other classes, and there was like multiple classes. Oh, that's why it took so long. Right. But it took so long, and it was so boring, and because like, okay, imagine a video about math, and just like think about how a bunch of 7th graders trying to make an entertaining video seems. It's about that boring, and it was about as boring to make. So I guess some people probably had more fun because they weren't sitting alone in class for an hour. And yeah, because that entire year I didn't know anybody in that class, because I don't know anybody in any of my classes. Well, I know them. I just don't talk to them, and I don't care enough to talk to them. So, it's okay. But, I also got taken out of English I said that, but, I didn't miss anything. I literally missed nothing. I got taken out maybe, 5 times, maybe? I don't really know exactly how many times. I didn't miss anything. I was ahead I think we were reading a book at that time. I think it was, Chinese Cinderella. I think that's what the book is called. We were reading that, and I was probably already finished with the book. Judging by how I was in the 7th grade, I was definitely already finished with the book and the packet. And I might have started reading it again, because usually when I finish books in class, I just typically just start reading them over again so I don't look as awkward standing there. Or sitting there, I guess. I was sitting there. Yeah, so that's fun. But, that's math counts. It was weird. But you can look it up if you have no clue what I'm talking about. If you just search math counts video, it'll come up with, the website. They got their own website. And, the winners who had much better videos and are much better at acting than a bunch of 7th graders. Well, I guess probably all of us were 7th graders. Oh, that makes it worse. Because all of the people who do that video are probably 7th graders. Yeah, I don't understand that at all. But, if you, won, you went to, Washington to do something, or, yeah, I think Washington, or Washington, D.C. I would say it was probably Washington. I feel like it was Washington, because we were all like, what are you doing in Washington? But it was, this big math conference, so, and then I think you got, prizes or something. So it wasn't that big of a letdown, because none of us were expecting to make it. It was always these people who were so great at thinking of new ideas and being creative and did all of these fun things. And I think the winning video that year, I think we watched the winning video later that year, and it was much better than any of those. And I think everyone in the class agreed that there was so much better. Because, it took place in multiple places, not just one, which is most of the people in the school took place in, a place. I think, okay, so there was the one that, from our school that, moved on, was also took place in multiple places, and that one was cool. But, a lot of us just filmed in random segments of one place and just called it good, because a bunch of us were just looking to get a decent grade, not actually trying to win the contest. Because, there is literally there's a very small chance that you even get a move on from your school, because there was probably, 25 projects at our school, and then there's probably 500 total, so that chance was very slim. So you wouldn't have done anything anyway. So it's okay. But it was fun. But we spent way too long. We did a lot of things in that class. We also did these things that we referred to as asthma, but not the illness. I don't know if it's an illness, but it was ASMA, which is just an 8-question try and murder your brain by doing a bunch of really hard math problems. It's the same thing but harder as a sigma, which is SIGMA, which we also do. Well, we did in 7th grade a lot, and then we also do it now. We've done 3 in math class this year, which I don't understand the point of. It's just a contest that we do math problems for. I have actually gotten an 8 out of 8 on one, and everyone thought I was lying, but the scores and the math work on the back shows differently. So thank you, person who side-eyed me in the 7th grade when I got my pencil from the teacher. So thank you. But that's fun. 7th grade I don't remember much of, but it was mostly that class that I remember of. Oh wait, I think we did the sigmas in math class, not in the actual math class. We did the asthmas in the different class, but we also made board games. I made 3 board games. Well, not board games. I made 3 games that 2 of them involve boards, and all 3 of them are kind of card game kind of esque things. So You know, apparently middle school and 5th grade I want to make a bunch of games. So I guess that's fun. I don't think, wait, in the 7th grade, I definitely played Sims in the 7th grade. Oh yeah, because I got the Sims the day before the very first day of 6th grade. So I was definitely playing Sims at that point, but not as religiously as I do now. So, it's fun. But, 7th grade. I feel like everyone's like, you don't do anything in the 7th grade, which is very true. But I was taking a weird math class, so I did something, I guess. So, I don't know. But we're ending okay, I don't know how to, we're getting to the end of the video. Yep, that's how you say it. And so you can see that it's just a big mansion that has, vines growing around it. It uses probably a bunch of packs, so I'm very sorry about that. But I have made a base game mansion before, so I guess you can go watch that. But also, if you made it this far in the video, maybe consider subscribing. You did watch 21 minutes of me talking, so I don't know. Maybe subscribe, maybe, put a like on this video if you enjoyed it, and maybe watch more of my videos, but I don't really know. I don't know I can't control what you do. But thank you for watching. So it's almost screenshots time. So I post a new video every day of the week, so you can watch another video tomorrow. Bye.